That nigga do look
So
like
Pete, you know
fudge.
where I stole this look from?
Nah, who?
I'm growing my hair and shit and all of that and crazy and shit, letting this shit come out. Mad Dog from Good Times.
Okay.
It was a
Keep it
character.
growing and keep pulling up top, and you could be the Don King.
It was a character named Mad Dog in Good Times. And
Put the
Mad Dog was
photo
like
up
a
for the
gang
screen.
leader. He was telling JJ to be a part of it. And JJ was on some punk shit. So the niggas shot JJ. And they was finna charge JJ, but because Cuz was like under the age, like he was under 18, the judge just let him go home to his mama. And Mr. Evans, you know, the pops came to the court proceedings and shit. You see him? Yeah, let's YouTube it. Yeah, that nigga.
Can't get it. There we
Yeah,
go.
homie, right? Exactly. So Mr. Evans came to the proceedings and shit. He wanted to kill him, but he seen how fucked up in the head the little dude was, you know, because his dad left early, and you could tell by the end of the whole segment that he was just going through it. And, you know, Mr. Evans didn't want to do nothing to him.
Wow.
And but I just thought he was an intriguing character. You know what I'm saying? It was ill. And his mom really tore him down at the end. I mean, his mom got at him cold, was like, I wish you wasn't born. I mean, that's how much of a problem he had became. So I really never watched that much Good Times, but I seen that shit on YouTube. And I was like, I'm gonna grow my hair because of that shit. I thought that was an ill character.
Yeah, I'm mad at that.
That's interesting, man.
All right, so No Ceilings, GL, my man Peter, Uncle Mook in the house again. We got Uncle Mook in the motherfucking Spiz Knot. We gonna make this shit crack.
Yep. Let's do it.
So I had this epiphany the other day, maybe like 3 days ago. I had told Mook about it. I think I told you basically about it, where men can't be hoes and women can't be bums. And it made me think about the conversation we always have about women's lack of accountability.
That's
and
right.
I realized, in theory, it's our fault.
Oh, shit.
Right? Because you got, think about it. If you walking with a lady, right? You walking with your girl or something, and it's water on the ground, you're supposed to take off your jacket and put it on the ground. You know what I mean? If she get into a fight with somebody, you would never make her feel like it's an even fight. If she get into a fight with a dude, you wouldn't be like, y'all equal. You feel me? Like, you take your own phase. Like, if it was me and you, Pete, and some white man walked up, was like, hold up, Pete did something to me. Well, I'm probably still going to hit him anyway. But at least in theory, I know it's a fair fight if you fight it. But we'll never let a woman feel like that. You know what I mean? We just won't. Right. So based off of those societal rules, those norms, I think that's why this conversation was so important. So let's first start off with this conversation about, you know, like niggas being hoes. Like, even when you talk about shit, you'll never call a nigga a hoe. I mean, niggas will now because they weird, but it used to be hoe ass nigga, right? Because at that point, hoe was used as an adjective to describe a nigga's actions. Mm-hmm. You acting like
as being effeminate.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Of doing some woman shit.
Right. Not as being sexually promiscuous.
So back to that point, right? So I was talking to the homie Deuce, Mac, and Deuce was telling me, like, I was telling him, like, men can't be hoes. And he was like, oh, you crazy, G. Men can be hoes. They can be sluts. And I'm like, well, technically in the dictionary, they can't, right? That's just not real. But I'll entertain the conversation. So we started to go through the conversation, you know, of what hoes and sluts really is about and how it is meant to be a derogatory term for somebody too sexually involved, right? Culturally speaking, or even genderly speaking, right? Using gender. Because we have put value on getting pussy. I had the same conversation with Katie couple of the homies in the group chat. Shout out to the homie Real. Shout out to the homie Trey. Couple good niggas and shit. Some good brothers who got their shit together. It's not the normal surrounding of crazy niggas I'm usually around. Some real positive brothers. S. Dot, feel me? CJ. Couple niggas. They dope. But I was expressing to them, everybody's getting pussy. Like when I lived downtown in my loft, you know, penthouse and all the top floor and all that shit, and I was learning hip hop. I was learning about records. It took me like 7 years. I was learning about marketing. You know what I'm saying? I was learning about trying to digest marketing, all the material that I had been learning. I would just go walk through Skid Row, like literally walk past people's tents. And I used to hear people fucking in tents. Like I seen men and women go in tents and be fucking. And they homeless. So from that point, I was like, man, everybody getting pussy. Yeah. You could pay for pussy. You know what I'm saying? So to me, getting pussy really has no value. Right? That's just to me.
You know why that is?
I realized, huh?
So you know why that is?
Tell me.
Because pussy always wants something.
Before you go bad, let me make my point.
Oh shit.
So I'm going through all this shit, right? I'm telling them, I'm like, how do you feel cool getting some pussy? This is the same conversation I'm having with the homie Deuce, man. I'm like, everybody's getting pussy, Deuce. Any man can get some pussy. It's cheap, it's affordable, it's economical. Everybody can get some pussy. But to them, him and a couple of the homies, Deuce and KD and a couple niggas I talked to, they made it like getting pussy is something. And normally in masculinity, that's a truth. Like getting pussy is something, right? That's how we have made it within the culture of masculinity. That is special to get pussy. And everybody not getting it. And if I'm getting some and you not getting if I'm getting some, I'm special because everybody not getting some. So therefore, how could you really have a negative connotation about something that you creating a rarity effect with? How could you do that? You feel me? Like if everybody not getting pussy and pussy is special to get, how could you call a nigga a hoe because all the women are choosing him, right, to give pussy to? That means this nigga is special. if getting pussy is special, if getting pussy is special, and somebody getting a lot of pussy,
yeah,
they got to be a lot of special.
He's a special nigga.
He's a special nigga, right? Now, not against my own personal rules.
Yeah,
I think
that's the market.
Yeah, everybody fucking. I told you that's fucking intense, nigga. If you could not have bedroom, a seating, a heater, and somebody still want to get some pussy,
he might be that special bum, nigga.
Well, no, because everybody was fucking. It be people fucking on the sides, right? And I'm like, damn.
Yeah, well, you know why? Because only the men own tents.
See,
only the men own tents.
See,
women aren't homeless for long. Men will be homeless for a long time. So when a woman's homeless for 2 days, she got to find a guy who's a vet who's got a tent. Because a bitch will find some place to go. Believe me.
It might
even
be
if
going
it is
back
a tent,
to
she might find
he's a special nigga, dog. He's special.
He's special to her.
Too many people in tents getting pussy. It wasn't one person.
I know.
would see people fucking all the
There's
time.
a lot of guys out there in tents.
Back to the point. Y'all exactly making my point. Why a man can't be a hoe, right? Because getting pussy is not a derogatory term for men. It actually gives your life value because niggas make getting pussy special in the culture that is masculinity, right?
So it's a social currency.
That's what's crazy. Like how is it a fucking social currency? But that's true. In the culture that is masculinity, it very much is a social currency.
And
that
pussy got different bills to it.
Was the wealthiest man on the block.
Absolutely. And he didn't have a lot of $1 bills. He had a lot of $100 bills. Now in those tents, those are $1 bills. It's a social currency, but not every bill has the same value. To be very, very
not to me. I used to think like that too, but that's a whole nother story. That's just not true. All
In
that
the
shit the
social
same
perspective,
$1.
it's true. It's true in the market of social perspective because
Sure,
there's the
sure.
girl that
I agree. The
everybody
culture that
wants,
is
and if you got her, then
masculinity.
you all are on you the
Yes.
greatest.
In the culture that is masculinity, it very much is the truth. Right. So my point I'm saying to you is because that is true in the culture that is masculinity, it's never frowned upon when some woman decides to be deflowered by some man. Therefore, it can never be something that has a negative connotation to it because it's special to you. Now, a woman, right, on the other hand, it's always negative. Like, prime example, right? If me, you, and Mook walk in the room and I point out 5 girls, right? If I point out 5 girls, like I had this one, that one, that one, that one. And if you see value in the way she looks, I'm the man in the room that we in. I'm the man in that room within the culture that is masculinity. What is the culture that's societal norms? I'm the man. If a woman walk in the same room and say, I slept with this nigga, that nigga, that nigga, that nigga, and that nigga, feel me? It's a different thing.
Mhm.
She
But
can't,
again,
it's never going to be the same pride and proud that I am.
it's the,
Her homegirls
She want to keep that low.
I'm
would
gonna tie
not
it
give
all
her
together
any
for
social
you.
currency for that.
Well, this is why. It's a currency. Do you brag about how much money you have? Yes. Do you brag about how much money you pissed away and don't have anymore? No.
Okay, break that down first. The comparison.
If, like I said earlier, pussy always wants something and something always wants pussy. And pussy's a social currency. So if you're out there as a man stockpiling and accumulating pussy, you making money. If you're a woman, you
So you
got
said dick
pussy
is
and you
not a
get it
social
all out.
currency.
You just leaving money out in the parking lot. Ain't nobody respect that.
That's my point.
Yeah.
It's not an equal thing. Dick and pussy are not an equal thing, even as players would love to claim
Right.
in this society we stand in. Right. So I thought about this, right? If I walk into a room, right, and I'm with a woman, right? That's my woman.
Mm-hmm.
And we walk into this room and it's 5 women, let's say substantial value. It's Beyonce, it's Kelly Rowland, it's Rihanna, it's Michelle Obama, and it's Angela Bassett. It could be Angela Bassett who in her 60s. If I walk in that room and them girls walk up to me and I explain to my lady, I said, hey man, I used to sleep, I slept with her, I had her and her. My lady gonna look at me crazy, but she gonna be like, damn, all these girls. And if we're married and she got that ring, the 5 girls are going to be jealous of her, and she gonna feel like she has something over the 5 girls, right? In normal standards, she gonna be like, damn, they gonna be trying to ask themselves, them 5 girls, like, what made her so special?
Yeah.
Why did he pick her instead of us, right? But Pete, if you walk in a room with a woman and this woman slept with all 5 of these guys and you married her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they got
Yeah.
something on me. And someone's gonna have to probably die.
Somebody gonna die. The joke is on you.
Yeah, it is.
The 5 guys gonna be like, and he married that
This
bitch.
nigga married
Because
that
and
bitch.
that's what I've always said. When girls get mad, how come you get so mad at talking? Girls get way less mad about being cheated on than men do. They bitch about it, but they're not really that bad. Men will get mad because if Mook, it ain't even got nothing to do with the woman. Fuck her. I don't even care. If Mook fuck my wife, Mook has something on me for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter that she fucked him once and he has penetrated my castle.
Yeah.
You know, and she chose to come back to me. It doesn't matter. She chose to come back to me. He has that on me.
Stained and dirty.
Yeah. Yeah.
It means
and everywhere
that
we go, Mook got you.
Every time you see that nigga,
yeah,
fucking Mook.
Yeah.
So again, I was telling Deuce, I'm like, we was talking about a specific homie, and I was like, we created this standard in societal norms and the culture that's masculinity that pussy is currency, it's social currency, right?
Mhm.
And now we're in a space of society that's dominated by women and women thoughts. Like I was just telling Mook this, right? We're in a space where that's the dominant thing. So now you have niggas trying to act like this is not true. So they just doing it under their breath. It's still that same value. So by that standard, how the fuck could men be hoes? How? It's not even, it don't even make sense. The term hoe is a derogatory term, right? Derogatory, even amongst women, they will call that she's a hoe.
Yeah.
We'll call her a hoe, they'll call her a hoe, right? So at that point, dick is not social currency. If you had 200 dicks, you, my friend, are not special. You specially fucked up, and niggas gonna be looking at you for the rest of your life, judging you that way. Meanwhile, if you had 200 women, you the man. You the king thing, man.
Right.
An old man told me this, and I hear it all the time. But a key that can unlock, a key that can open any lock is a master key. It's priceless. It's invaluable. You couldn't even put a motherfucking amount on it. Like a man that could sleep with any woman is the most, like his life is he's the one. Like he's Neo in the Matrix. He is the motherfucking one. If any woman would give him some pussy, he is unbelievable. But a lock that can be opened by any key is worthless, valueless.
Real.
It's broken.
Yeah.
It's broken.
Mhm.
It's totally broken, right? And by that same standard, it has no value to society. Maybe a pimp could use her, but even a pimp probably be like, at least make them pay.
Yeah.
So again, it's
That's
one
beautiful.
of those things that I thought about it. Men cannot be hoes. I get it. We in this social time where we want to make everything equal, even though everything else about societal norms say it's the opposite.
Right.
If we were equal, if you got into it with a man, I should be able to step back and let you handle your fair fade.
Yeah, you got it.
If we're equal, why am I holding the door open for you?
Right.
If we're equal, why on a cold night am I giving you my jacket? I'm cold too.
Right. We ain't equally cold, huh?
You know what I'm saying? If we're equal, why am I providing all of the economics to sustain a household? Why am I paying for anything? Like when I go out with my homies, I don't always pay for them. Well, I technically do, but I try not to. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't do it because they girls. I do it because, you know, I'm just like that kind of guy. But I don't, you know, here's another example, right? And this is that whole man and woman dynamics, right? Of a woman, of a man, why he can't be a hoe. If Mook, if you married, right? You married, and you sit at home and you watch the kids.
Right.
Let's say you the best chef and you could cook your ass off.
Yeah.
You do a good job with the kids. You the best cleaner. You could clean the house, nigga, to the next level of cleaning the motherfucking house. You got this shit down.
Yeah.
And your old lady is going to work, paying the mortgage, paying all the bills. And when you get home, you just rub her feet, you kiss her, right? Everybody in society will call you a loser.
Yeah. Right.
It don't matter how great you are at the task at hand.
Yeah.
Oh, think about it. The phrase is "you're a kept man." There's no such thing as a kept woman. It's just a woman.
What's funny is that, but that's the tricky part, right? I also came to this conclusion too.
I call it wife.
Men are to be had. Women are to be kept. So when niggas have you and nobody keeps you, you a loser.
Loser, bitch.
You are a loser. If you just bouncing around from celebrity to celebrity and nobody's married you,
yeah, you're a worthless piece of shit.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a new culture of women that's trying their best to champion it. And it's so cute. It's so
They trying to champion it.
They trying to champion. They like, no, girl, you could be a king. You could have all of these male subjects.
Oh, man.
No, you're not. Don't let them lie to you. They're talking about you behind your back.
Believe it.
They are talking about you behind your back. You are the person that they do not want their daughter around. Nobody wants their daughter to be like you. I don't care how that little cute thing they try to do to champion you and make you feel like you not the whole you are. They're all talking about, they're all gonna laugh at you. It was a movie, and we used to always do this when I was a little kid, younger. They're all gonna laugh at you, laugh at you, laugh at you. They all laughing at you behind your back. They're laughing at you. Oh, he didn't want to keep her? And it gets even cuter. Like I'll look on Instagram and it'll be a girl be like, he messed this up. And they'll think that that's a caption. Like, you're so special, they messed it up. And I get it. I respect you trying to empower yourself. But that is the wrong caption.
That's the wrong caption.
Because all we look and be like, well, I'm going to hit her to see what's up with that pussy. Because she can't be worth keeping if another man threw her away. Now, you always got that guy or two that's acting like, well, she's available now. I'm going to take my shot.
Yeah.
That's not most men's reaction. Most men just want to knock you down.
That's for sure.
You go through all of this stuff to look a certain way, right? And after the first 2 times somebody sleep with you, you really just become they broad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The allure of it is gone. Like, the finest women in the world, man.
Yeah.
It's somebody tired of fucking her.
Yeah.
Usually after 2 times, the phone number is gone.
You know what I'm saying? And that's fucked up, Pete. I ain't got it. I'm just saying that this will never be a societal equality. It'll never be. And to keep pushing equality, you're getting confused and misguided information from people who are trying to rearrange the narrative based off their own personal traumas.
Mm-hmm.
I got one for you from straight out of the courts, right?
Okay.
When a wealthy man dumps his beautiful trophy wife because she turned 30, she says,
she turned 30?
Whatever the fuck she turned, who gives a shit?
God damn.
Yeah,
but
ruthless, that's some white people shit.
Oh,
but nonetheless, white women age a little faster. So we'll bump it back to 40.
I was going to say that, but I didn't want to sound racist, so I'm glad you said that. My guy. Go ahead, keep going.
So anyhow, the woman will go to court and she'll say, I deserve X dollars a year because I, quote unquote, am accustomed to this lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's true.
Yep.
The man doesn't get to go to court and say, I deserve to fuck 20 times a month because I'm accustomed to this pussy.
You're right about that. You are definitely right about that.
That's why I was
but you want equality, ladies.
Yeah.
That's why I was paying for this lifestyle.
Right.
Yeah. Don't bitch about this inequality all the time, ladies.
Man, it is not
There's no equality when the check comes. When the waiter comes with that folded up little fake leather thing, there's no equality then.
And what's going to be crazy is when they hear this podcast, right? They're going to argue, like, well, I pick up the check sometimes. If you actually have to say that, it's some bullshit.
Sometimes.
If you actually have to talk about you picking up the check, you really don't understand what picking up the check is about.
Yeah.
That's why they're so fast to tell you when they do something for somebody. Oh, I did this for him. I did this for him. Because you're not supposed to, and that's why you think you special. But by the same time, when you think you special, you really feel lower because you are in this position to do it, and you feel like you want him to do it. Don't get me wrong. There are some women that are grateful for a guy, and they'll do it because they feel like, I just want to do something nice for him.
Yeah, those women have.
But if the fact you have to brag, or if the fact of you picking up the bill is nice for him, you made my damn point.
Right.
You made my point.
And that really only happens in situations where there's a joint checking account anyway. So what's really the point?
Right. Using some of that nigga money even in the end, huh?
Yeah.
punk ass bitch.
All right, so so if it can't
We got no
be,
more of this.
if it's hoes, men can't be hoes.
Right.
They can't. They can't be sluts because you get entirely too much social currency because women allow you to have them.
Yeah.
Now, in my mind, that's not true. I might be the only person in the world who thinks it's not true, but everybody else thinks that. If somebody gives you some pussy, you have value. You are valuable to that person. You are valuable. Like, they must think the world of you. I have homies, right? Guys who I consider homies to some degree, have tried to sleep with girls I've talked to in the past, right? Just because I talked to her.
Mhm.
Right? So maybe they not earning like me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they haven't figured out their economic situation. Maybe they not as popular. Maybe they not as well known. Maybe they not as respected. But a girl has told me, she said, it's so funny to me that he keeps trying to sleep with me. And I could tell how he talks. The only reason he wants to sleep with me is because he feels like he would be the same value of you if I give him some pussy. Like, if we could fuck the same girls, he's like, oh, I'm just as good as him. In real life, it don't matter how much money you have. It don't matter what success you haven't had. We are still the same fucking human being. We just men. Whether in my life, I've got lucky or whatever else in life, don't change that we just equal. The fact that you would need pussy to verify that you are an equal man as I am,
damn,
bro, that is fucking scary. You have way too much value in women's pussy. Like, that shit will make you feel as special as a nigga who fuck all the cars and property or anything else and love.
You ain't worried about that part.
Well, she gave me some pussy, so I'm just as good as him. And they'll really feel like they got something over you. Like, yeah, well, she gave me some pussy too. It's like,
I fucked that bitch.
Well,
bro,
what if you
you
snatch a guy's wife and she's accustomed to a certain lifestyle? You have to keep paying her, and she keeps spending your money on him. Then he is as good as you.
Well, I don't think so. I think at that point, that's that's her son.
Ooh.
See, women got some social issues.
She got a son.
She might have a son she fucking.
Women like to fuck either their son or their father. They don't ever like to fuck anybody from their own school.
Exactly. So
wow.
I never take it. Damn, that is a bar. I thought about that, right? I was thinking about that. Like, if who we fucking make us equal, then pussy has no value. You can rest assured Michelle Obama done fucked some bullshit ass nigga before. I hope that nigga don't think he is valuable as the president of the United fucking States was at one time. He probably do. It's some nigga right now sitting in his garage.
Yeah.
When that nigga got elected and seen Michelle, was like, man, that was my old bitch.
Yeah, I used to fuck the shit out of her, man. She freaky too, you know.
And he trying to tell the next nigga how freaky she is and what she was doing. Y'all had her bent over. I was doing this too. I put her face in a pillow. She was with all the shit. And
there's really like 600 guys from Howard saying the same thing about Kamala Harris right now.
Especially in college, right? So and
610.
Pete, what the fuck?
I have Kamala's sister. I have her number
that's
for
a
real.
sister. They're gonna be like, you talk about now you gotta talk about a white woman like that.
God damn, please, man.
Come on, Pete. You gotta talk about a white woman because niggas finna be, why you let him talk about? I'm like, Pete loves sister, but you gotta at least name one white woman.
Is what she is, and we all know what she is.
You have to shame. You have to share the shame.
Oh my God, man!
You gotta share the shame, Pete. Give me a white girl who's promiscuous.
You mean a white girl who's promiscuous?
Besides all of them, but give me a white.
What, like a Paris Hilton or something? I guess she's getting married. That's a great example. Some guy marrying Paris Hilton, like it. It just triggered my thought because I heard it like on the news wire like a day or so ago, and I'm like, man, how can you be the guy who shows up when the girl's like all tired and worn out and been in like, I mean, all she's famous for. And then after she looks good, now you want to pick her up? What the fuck?
Wow.
I don't know what the hell's up with that guy.
Oh my God.
What's up with that guy?
Bitch. He must just be like,
I always say this.
That's a retirement plan.
Because Ye is one of my favorite. Ye is in my top 5 all time. I always have to give these disclaimers because nigga automatically gonna write off my intellectual thought and property as I don't like somebody.
Right.
And it's not true.
Yeah.
Like, I could love the homies. I love my father, but that don't mean that I still don't look at him sometime when he tell me he do the shit he do because he got his feelings hurt. I love my mama. That don't mean I don't look at her crazy for beating up all these niggas and then feel me now you in some bullshit all the time.
Yeah.
Like, just because I love you don't mean you're above my critique.
Right.
I mean, now my parents, I'm really careful because I respect what they did for me. But everybody else, for sure, including myself, right? So the point I'm making is, I heard Kanye say Kim Kardashian was the bitch of his dreams. Right? And I'm thinking to myself, I know I'm the type of nigga that I am. Nigga, I'm real crip. It's real local right here. I've been getting sharing money. I may ain't been a millionaire at one time, but goddamn, I'd have some hundreds of thousands. I got a low ride. I got some race shit. Got some property. I got some shit going on for my life.
Yeah.
But for sure, with all due respect to my nigga, Parson, if Ray J is fucking a bitch on tape, I know I could get the pussy. And I'm glasses. I'm glasses low. If Ray J is fucking her on tape, for sure I can get the pussy. He fucking her on tape.
On tape.
I'll say this much about Kanye though. Compared to the guy who just bagged Paris Hilton, at least he got Kim when she was like in her prime.
I don't know. Kim Prime might be like Floyd Mayweather. I don't know. Kim did a lot of alter. I don't even know what Kim Prime is. With all
He been with her for years. He got with her like when she was in her 20s.
Oh my God.
This guy's picking up a tired-ass, wore-out Hilton at 45.
But what I don't understand is, how does the woman of your dreams, right, be sucking Ray J dick on tape?
On tape.
I could never dream about somebody that I saw somebody else fucking.
That's going to be very tough.
That's the woman of my dream.
That's the woman of my dream. Okay, maybe I have dreamed of knocking her down.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a porn star dream of knocking her down, but the woman of my dreams is a woman that Ray J was tossing on tape. That shit is deep. That is one of the deepest things I've thought about. And I was like,
that's scary.
Damn, but that'll be addressed on another day. Because I'm already gonna get some shit about this. But by that same standard, that's probably what makes men also insecure. And they always feel overprotected because they know somebody always talking about your broad. You know what I'm saying? That's why we kind of always look at women crazy when they kind of out there. I don't think women look at themselves as the prize or their vagina as the prize. They used to, but I don't think they do anymore. And I think that's the problem. Like I was telling my little sister, she was like, I like this guy, but I don't want to sleep with him. I'm like, don't sleep with him. She's like, what you mean don't sleep with him? I'm like, don't sleep with him. She's like, but I want to sleep with him. I'm like, if you sleep with him, you're going to figure out real fast where y'all relationship is at.
Yeah.
You're going to figure that shit out right now. The one thing you got going for you, right, until you get married.
Yeah.
So when they say, why buy the cow when you could get the milk for free?
Yep.
That's until you're married. All people want from you until you marry is the milk. That's sex. But once you marry that heifer, that cow, that calf, right? Leather.
Then all he wants is to take you to the butcher.
Steaks.
Now he wants to take you to the butcher. God.
Ground beef.
Damn it.
You know, you could do some shit with that cow then. So again, I always tell women like,
the cow's dead.
Your body count at the end of the day is going to really count against you. It's like, it's going to be messed up.
Hell yeah.
It's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And I wish it wasn't like that, ladies. I wish you just could knock down whoever you want to knock down and none of us care. But we do.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Superhead could write a book about knocking me down and you still going to want to get me played.
Yeah.
Beyonce gave Jay play, feel me, after Superhead wrote a book about sucking his dick.
Yeah.
If I wrote a book about knocking Beyonce down, Jay-Z would not have married her. That would have not happened.
Facts.
That would have not happened. whatever. And I respect Beyonce the most, and those type of women who, you know, who do a really good job of hiding their indiscretions. You know what I'm saying? Their sexual escapades. You know, finding the right type of men. You got to find the right type of men to explore your sexuality with, because the wrong type of man, you feel me, is gonna make it public information.
Well, I think she used to carry around a stack of NDAs in her purse.
If you want this pussy, you got to sign this NDA. Boy, if so, listen, well, 15 years ago, pre-J, pre-Hove.
Oh, man.
God say pre-Hove, respect to the gods. Feel me?
Oh, yeah.
If she said, Pete, you need to sign this NDA before you hit this thing, would you sign
it? If it's convenient. Yeah, I'm not care.
If it's convenient.
Move. If she said you
I wouldn't sit in traffic to fuck her and sign an NDA though.
Would you sign the NDA?
I'd have signed it.
I'm keeping it a buck. I'm not signing no NDA for no pussy.
Yeah, I'd have signed it.
I just can't do it. It ain't a pussy in the world that I would
pussy in the world
take down and be like, yeah, I'm gonna sign an NDA like I did.
Wait, is it a bilateral NDA or is it a one-sided NDA? Because if I don't want her saying nothing about how she fucked me either.
I don't think she gonna tell nobody, Pete.
Hey, you never know who I might become.
Even then, I don't care. I don't think she gonna tell nobody.
I'd sleep better at night. That's all I'm saying. I'd sleep better.
When it's two-way. Yeah. It's business. Yeah. It's business. Two-way contract.
Yeah, bitch.
Rematches on both sides.
You didn't get over on me, bitch.
So
right.
I was thinking about that, right? And I just was like, and I want to keep focused because I don't want to lose track. But the way I personally feel is different. The way I personally feel is different. I will never put my value in who gave me some pussy. I did that when I was younger. I remember being so proud if I slept with a girl or this girl that's popular in the industry. Like, right? Certain girls I slept with, I used to think that was so special. And then I realized it was only special if I told somebody else.
Right.
That's true.
Nothing inside of me saw them. Even when I see them now, they with men, they married, some of them married. And I just be thinking about the ways I had that person. And it really don't mean nothing to me. Like, I don't be like, yeah, I don't feel that. So unless there's somebody next to me where I get that social currency, again, like, does it really matter? That's my issue with the thought. Like, that's why I'm saying, like, it only is good. Like, it's only good that man slept with Michelle Obama, right, back in the day in high school. If he tells somebody else, yeah, I had her. I used to have her at the homie garage.
Yeah.
Well, that's the controversy of money.
That's the controversy of what?
That's the controversy of money. You're only respected when you have it, and it's only has value when you spend it.
I don't know if it don't. It has worth. It don't have value. Okay, I can go with that. It could have value. It has worth when you don't, but it has value when you spend it. Yeah. The only value is when you spend it, but it's worth when you have it. And people will give you pussy just based off your worth.
Yeah.
If you were like Castaway, like Tom Hanks in Castaway, but he had $10 million in cold hard cash,
he could have all access to that $10 million.
And everybody in the world could know he has it, but they just can't find him.
Yeah, he has no value. That money, and the money has no value. He might as well throw that shit in the bonfire and start burning that shit up. Trying to keep warm on them cold nights.
Mm-hmm.
That money is worth palm fronds.
And it's crazy. Well, to be crazy, it'll be some crazy motherfuckers trying to hold on to, but somebody gonna eventually rescue me. I'm gonna keep this 10 million. It'd be 10-degree nights and they not even burning the money. I'm gonna keep this just in case I get back to the mainland one day. I'm gonna just.
I would do that.
If you ask most men, and this is what's scary about vagina, right? What's crazy about it is, if you ask most men, would you take $1 million or sex never again, or vagina? Like, you could never get vagina again, No, you can never have sex. Or $1 million. Most people won't take the $1 million. I asked my homie, right? I used to ask some of my homies from the hood when we was just hustling, selling sherm all day. I would ask him, I'd be like, man, would you give up pussy for $10 million? He said, what you mean? I said, if somebody said, here goes $10 million, you could never have sex again. That nigga told me, what am I gonna do with the $10 million?
Oh shit.
Blew my fucking mind. That's the question somebody should ask themselves. What amount of money is worth you never having sex again? What amount of money is worth you never having sex again, Pete?
I don't know, maybe 50 grand. Nah, like 100 grand. Like, it's funny because girls always ask why I've been single for so long. And I say, because I learned how to enjoy it. I can make any day for me a great day. But if I'm like tomorrow, I need to go really enjoy myself for the day, I can do that. Totally fine. If I had enough money to just do that day, like Groundhog Day, over and over again until I was dead, totally fine. Yeah. So you give me $100,000 in staked up crypto where it just keeps paying me out, and I just keep doing that over and over and over again until I'm dead, I'll take that all day.
So you would never have sex again for $100,000?
If I had, no, I wouldn't have the time. Because if I had enough money to live the day I want to live every single day, that would become an inconvenience that would derail me from the things I want to do in my perfect day.
So $100,000 in your perfect theory, day, yeah, you would never have sex again.
Yeah, because I have a whole schedule in my perfect day. And if I have to start trying to jam pussy into that schedule, then other things in my perfect day have to go.
I do not believe you.
Swear to God.
I'm going to find somebody to give you $100,000 worth of Ethereum. That ain't number 25 coins, partner. That ain't number 25 coins.
I definitely could probably make it off of, if somebody offer me.
How much money, Moo? They say, look, Moo, I'm going to give you this amount of money, but you could never have sex again.
That million will work for me.
$1 million, you not gonna never have.
That million will work for me, man. I'm 40 years old.
Dude,
I'll take it. I'll take it a step further.
It's a lot of peace a nigga looking for in life.
Yes,
it's a lot of peace.
I'll take it one further. I would pay the same amount of money to never have to talk to a woman again. So how the fuck is that?
People really think you hate women, man. You full of shit.
I'll take the same amount of money.
Talk
to him again.
This love talking
great.
To you full of shit.
I ain't going that far.
Same shit right back.
But I definitely need a million for me.
100,000 in Ethereum.
Shit, and it might be about 700 for me. 700.
So $1 million for Mook, you'll never have sex again. And Pete, for
I could do it.
Where's Ethereum?
Give me $100,000 in pancakes and pancake farms, so that it pays me out about $150 a year. I'll do that.
Oh, you said $150 a year?
No, give me $100,000 now in farms, and it'll pay me 150% annual, and that's $150,000 for the next year, and the next year, and the next year, and the next year.
Shit.
And that's why I would sit on my ass and do fucking nothing but exactly what the fuck I want to do.
Would you at least jack off?
Maybe. It depends if I have time. Probably not on my perfect day. No, because my perfect day is booked solid.
What does your perfect day look like that's so busy?
Well, I'm waking up around 4. I'm going to go to the beach for 30 minutes. I'm going to eat. I'm going to drink and have a cigar, fall asleep around 9. That's my perfect day.
Man, you full of shit, cuz. You do that shit now.
Yes, and I've sacrificed a lot of pussy for it. And it was a good trip.
So you would not have sex for $100,000 in Ethereum or Bitcoin?
Yeah, because it wouldn't be that long before I'm cruising around in my perfect day on my boat. Cruising through the intercoastal, looking at shit. Just doing my thing, doing whatever the fuck I want to do, whenever the fuck I want to do it, all day, every goddamn day.
Just not getting pussy.
Fuck it.
Yeah, I could do it. I think, matter of fact, not only do I think I could do it easily.
For $1 million? Y'all are fucking crazy.
Well, my shit is a little bit different on my reasoning too, though. You know, a lot for me, I want to make sure my kids are set, and that's gonna get me. That's gonna make me feel great.
So you would cut off pussy to make sure your kids are set.
That'll make me feel great. I will feel great, nigga, for my kids not to have to worry about shit, because I'm gonna make that million work. So I will feel.
So you would.
I will feel like an amazing guy, dog. I'm telling you.
That's deep. I respect that though.
Big time. Easily, I would do it.
That once you become,
but I will jack off. So I ain't with Pete on that part. I'm jacking off.
Beat that motherfucker.
I'm jacking off, nigga. So, but
I the pistol, okay, walk around him up fully loaded.
Yeah. I could think better with how to get my kids right.
We need to get somebody. I need to get somebody who got a ton of money, and he just pays y'all $1,000 a day. Every day you don't have sex. Starting,
Jesus Christ.
But you got to start. But you got to start. You got to sign up for the program. You got to go 365 days without none. Period.
Oh, off the top.
Yeah. So it's free. 366. You make your first 1,000. 367. You make another 1,000 after that. So it takes you 365 to make your first 1,000. And then 366.
I can't sign up for that program.
That's an awful lot. I would need to have the money in escrow.
Let's say it was in escrow account. Well, you knew you was gonna get it.
I still couldn't do it because it ain't no guarantee. You know the way life is for a black man, you might not make it 365. So nigga, we need to start that shit now. I need to start that shit now.
So y'all both in agreement then at that point that men can't be hoes.
I definitely agree.
Because vagina is social currency.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Not only is it social currency, it's the way it's transactive. You can be a glutton, but you can't be like, not a beggar, but like, you can't be a recipient and a glutton over the same thing. You know what I mean? It's impossible.
Which brings me to my next point. The reason women can't be bums.
Okay, let's get there.
Right? So men can't be hoes because at that point, right, women and vagina are social currencies. Mm-hmm. In the culture that's masculinity, in the culture of the world in general,
mm-hmm.
He who could get all the girls want to sleep with is the guy. He who has the best women is the guys. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, whoever slept with her, everybody just want to see what they was tripping off of.
I got a hot take for you. I'll make it very elementary. Men can't be hoes because they're all striving to get pussy. So if you're getting it, it's not a negative connotation. And women can't be bums because they're all striving to sit on their ass and do fucking nothing. So if they're doing it, then they're winning and they've won. And they're not bums because they've achieved their
Spanky.
Yeah, this nigga.
Start calling you Spanky, girl, for the motherfucker He-Man Woman Haters Club.
Look me dead off in the camera, Mook, and tell me I lie.
I love that shit, what you just said. I love it.
The He-Man Woman.
I love that shit,
He-Man
dog.
Woman Haters Club.
I fucking love it.
No.
Because they are striving to do that shit.
Women, exactly. That's actually a brilliant point.
Yeah.
But I hate how he put it. Yeah. I agree. Men strive to get pussy like women strive to have somebody else provide for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course.
That's the aim in life.
And it goes back to that point we was having in the last conversation where if a man stays at home, he could be great at taking care of the kids, great at cooking dinner, great at keeping the house clean. He could do all that. And a woman go to work, come home, rub your feet. Society, right, will tell you that your relationship is a failure.
Yeah.
They be like, oh, it's a failure.
Your friends. You over there taking care of that nigga.
Your friends, your family, even if y'all figure out how to make it work in some weird capacity, you just got to hide it from society. Because if you come out proud and be like, yeah, she go to work and pay the bills, and I just wait for her to get home, and I have dinner ready when she walked through the door.
Like, here's another one. There's a common expression you've heard before: a wet pussy and a dry purse don't match, right?
A wet pussy and a dry purse don't match.
Now, no one's ever said a hard dick and empty pockets don't match. No one ever said that.
Right.
Touche.
You're right about that.
Who book you been reading? Man, they been reading Filmo Slim book. That's for sure a passage out of Filmo Slim. The book of Filmo, chapter 6, verse 7. Yeah, but
I ghost wrote that book.
My train of thought.
And I broke the NDA to say it.
But yeah, so by that same standard, like a woman is always gonna be a reflection of the men she dealing with. So I watch girls right now. That's kind of a popular thing amongst women to call other women bum. Oh, this is a bum bitch. Oh, this is a bum. Oh, she's a bum. But the reality is, a woman's goal in a normal setting, not the ones who got trauma, who, you know, who think that money is their answer to everything, right? But just standard, your goal is to find a man who wants to take care of you from a financial sense. That's your goal.
That's true.
Like, if you take a woman out to dinner, you will never get credit like I treated her.
No.
When a woman is making a big deal, yeah, just send him $1,000 in his cash app for nothing. Right. That's when women say to each other. That's their new thing. Send him $1,000. First off, if you gotta tell people that, this is a problem.
Right. Bitch, you know how many that 1,000 compared to all the money the nigga done already gave you, that shit ain't even $10.
And that's something to them. I seen girls on Instagram talking about some girl send him $40, $50 to get his hair cut. That's for you.
Right. Right. You want to see that nigga haircut, bitch.
Yeah, like you just did me a favor. So again, it's one of those things where I'm watching women call each other bums. Like a woman that earns has like a great social standing in society. Listen,
not
only women that came up poor want to be Oprah.
Mm-hmm.
That's really the truth. My homegirl Debbie Deb might cuss me out because I'm saying this, but we grew up the hard way. Only poor women want to be Oprah. Most women want to be Michelle Obama.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, I listen to women today go through all of their traumas, talking about their desire to open up a business and all. Nobody desires to open up a business. What the fuck kind of shit is that?
You know what we call those? Women who can't keep a man.
Damn.
Oh, we get killed after this one. This for sure might get us canceled. All I'm saying is, I'm not saying I don't think men's dream is to ever open up a business. I think those are ways men deal with trauma of not having economics, right? When you grew up without it and you feel like that's like some kind of special goal to open a business, not a responsibility. You know what I'm saying? It's like right now in the community, everybody's talking about the concept of generational wealth. And I don't think they truly understand what that means. Even women, like they talk about it like the goal is not to leave your kids with so much money they have no worries. The goal is to raise your kid in a way that they can go out and earn and provide for themselves successfully, consistently. They have enough trade, skills, and everything they need to always earn a living, right? Yeah. And Pete, you can speak for this because you be tied into this whole capitalistic world idea. Most people that are wealthy are rooted in passion. Yeah. They do something because they love it. People don't wake up and do stuff. The wealthiest people don't wake up and do stuff for money. They do it because this is what they do. This breathing air to them, trying to solve the puzzles, the mysteries of life.
You couldn't, if you're an entrepreneur and you are logging that many hours a day because no one's telling you to, that's the definition of a passion.
Yeah.
if you want to, if you make $100 million creating an app and you had to stare at a computer screen crunching code for 19 hours a day, 7 days a week for 6 years, you weren't clocked in. If you didn't show up, you weren't going to get fired. No one told you to do that but you.
Yeah.
That's a whole different can of worms.
And that's why a motherfucker like George Clooney turned down a $31 million commercial. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I ain't tripping. That should have come back. Yeah. That's why a nigga like Dave Chappelle turned down $50 million. And like, yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah.
Do something else.
I'm gonna do it.
Because this is what I do anyway. That's how I feel even about music. People thought I was crazy for turning down record deals. Obviously, they wasn't $31 million or $50 million. But I'm so confident in my knowledge and my sacrifices over the last 10 years. I'm so confident, 9 years, 10 years. I'm so confident in my education and my pursuit of what it takes that I'd bet on myself 1,000 times because I know what it takes. And at this point, it's passion. Every time I'm here at the studio, anytime I'm working, me and Mook was talking about it earlier. I just walk in and just start to execute. It might take me some days on certain songs, but for the most part, I'm executing. I put it together like a puzzle and I figured it out. But back to the point. How could a woman, if a woman is a bum, it's because she been around bum ass niggas. Ain't none of us, ain't no man who healthy and functioning correctly, right? Who healthy and functioning correctly, worried about how much money a woman has. If a woman you like don't have a car, you'd be thinking like, I need to get her a car.
I'm trying to get her a car.
If you want her to earn, you're gonna try to help her do.
I'm thinking, great. Now I know where the fuck she is.
That's why we said not you, nigga.
Not you, Phil Moslim. Yeah. Hold on. Not you. I'm saying the average man, right? You always looking to make a woman better. If you think something's wrong with her, you'll never hold it against her if you're a normal functioning man. Yeah. Now, sometimes men be in bad places. So, economically, they like, hold up, I gotta find somebody who got something. Yeah. Because I might need to depend on them right now.
All on a bitch. Yeah.
And we gonna make fun about that person. Like he's another person that we'll talk about behind their back. Yeah. Oh, that nigga, look, that nigga begging from that bitch. He begging from her, asking her for money. He got to give money. Yeah.
Or he's gonna try to flip it like he on some pimp shit, player shit. Yeah.
Except he all in love.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Don't even fit because he all in love.
Right.
You can't be in love with the prostitutes, brother. You can't be in love with the tricks.
Right.
You can't be in love with the Johns, nigga. So again, I'm saying it's one of those things where we see women as something to be taken care of. So as much as we've given women, especially us three, shit about lacking accountability, is because we create that space for them to exist. Because even, regardless of this conversation that men and women are equal, which is a lame conversation, because it's obviously even in chromosome counts, they're not equal. Now, greater and lesser depends on what you're talking about. It's okay if another human being is greater or lesser than you. How you treat people is important. It's okay if you are whatever you are, as long as you understand how to treat other human beings, right? You don't mistreat people for no reason. You know what I'm saying? That's the truth. So that concept of us being equal, fighting for equal pay for doing an equal job is a different conversation than saying I am equal to a man. That's why women can't be bums. Because if they were equal to us, then they could be bums. If they don't make a great living, if we don't meet them and they're not making $100,000, we should be able to talk shit about them if we were equal.
Yeah.
Oh, look at her broke ass. I always thought it was weird when YG made that song, Bitch You Broke. Like, why are you counting her bank, my nigga? What are you doing? You counting her money? I ain't never in my life, I don't care if the woman I dealt with was at the top level of success or she could be straight up out the bricks, out the projects. Yeah. I ain't never asked how much money she had.
Doesn't matter. She's not going to spend it on you anyway.
Huh?
Doesn't matter. She's not going to spend it on you anyway.
Exactly. Why do I care if she broke?
It's $1 million on Castaway Island.
Yeah.
It's $1 million on Castaway Island.
And I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
And this is how anti-bum I am. Now, maybe if I was, Maybe if I had been married for 10 years, when I get married, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be different. But I feel weird when a woman spend money on me right now. Oh Lord, if it's a girl I just met. That's the worst feeling in the world. Girls be a girl bought me flowers one time when I was on tour. It was the most confusing feeling in my life. Like she think I'm a bitch or something? Why the fuck would she buy me flowers? What you think I'm supposed to do with these? And she did it as a great gesture, and it was so weird to me. It made me feel so insecure and confused.
I want to get a bitch the bread back. I'm trying to figure out how to get a bitch.
Flowers?
Motherfucker buy me something. I'm trying to figure out how to get a bitch the money back. I gotta get you the money back.
What you think? You gonna pay for me or something? What I look like to you?
I look like a nigga in need, huh?
Was she a stallion and she thought you had just won the Kentucky Derby?
Huh?
Was she a stallion and she thought you had just won the Kentucky Derby?
I don't know. Like if I go to dinner with a girl, further reasons why women can't be bums. If I go to dinner with a girl and she pull out her purse when the bill comes, that's an insult to me. What you think I can't afford it?
I remember back in the day, a real one, if you was in a bad spot, a real one went out with you, then already gave you the bread so you can pay, because she don't even like that either.
Again, that's a different thing. Oh, that's a good point. That's a great point, because she don't like that neither.
Yeah.
But again, that's different if you with somebody and they trying to, cover for you so you don't look crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, if you imagine you just met a girl,
but I just
y'all go on a date,
and
the bill come, you look at the bill, and she like, oh, and she pull out her purse.
Yeah.
Like,
what
you trying to say, bro?
Yeah. That's almost like saying, oh, I know you ain't got it.
I don't know if me and her would be cool. Like, I remember that happened to me one time. A girl was like, oh, you need half of it? What you trying to say? You think I can't afford the bill? I gotta wash some dishes? You think this is you think this shit's some bullshit? You think this hustling some bullshit? I paid that bill in all tens. Rock money.
All tens.
Got me messed up. Trying to put out a little credit card. I got about $1,000 in tens and 20s in my pocket.
Man.
Let's get it. So again, it's one of those points where these are all part of the same societal norm and things where women can't be bums. If a woman is a bum, it's a bad reflection of the dude. That's what a man gonna always say. If a girl broke and call you and she got a dude, like, oh, I'm broke. Where's your nigga at?
Right.
Feel me? Like if she call you and she be like, I'm broke, man. Could you loan me $100? She got a boyfriend. You gonna be like, where's your nigga? And it's gonna be a bad mark on his report card with you.
Yeah.
Damn, your nigga got you out here asking for $100.
That's why nigga get so mad when he in a bad spot, bitch. Why you telling your family we going through all this, bitch? What's wrong with you?
What is going on?
Shut the fuck up.
Tighten your belt up, baby.
Stay the fucking home for a second.
They don't know how to tighten up that belt.
Shut the fuck up. God damn. Now you got me going out working harder because now I got to get all this shit back so you can pay motherfuckers back, bitch, because I know you didn't went out there and borrow.
And the hardest part, nothing is worse. And this is kind of the coldest part about love and expectations with men and women. Nothing is worse than when you can't do something your old lady wants you to do. And I don't think they really look at it like that.
Yeah.
I don't think they say to themselves like, damn, man, I can't imagine how he feels not being able to do certain things that I want to do.
Yeah.
And then they get more extravagant and more extravagant all the time.
Yeah.
Like we always say, they're insatiable. But they not thinking to themselves like, damn, every time he's not able to do this. I could imagine having kids and they want something for Christmas and you can't get them.
Yeah.
My mom, man, that's probably what put her in prison. Yeah. Some shit that we don't even care about. Yeah. Just like a woman. Women don't really care about the shit they asking for. Once you get past the basic necessities of rents and mortgages and electric bills and gas bills, is that trip really worth it?
Shit, you saw my answer. I'll give up pussy no problem for $1 million for my kids. It wasn't even for me.
I mean, but does it really count? Does that really matter? I don't think that really matters.
If they're afforded the opportunity to sit on their ass, do nothing, it doesn't matter.
Say who?
If they're afforded the opportunity to sit on their ass, do nothing, it does not matter. It's crazy. I had one of my best friends back in the day was a girl, ran track somewhere, whatever, but she dated a friend of like one of my good friends. That's how I got to know her. And she was with her homegirl making fun of him, talking about, and he was awful with money, never had any money. Like how he had like spent his last like $5 on some stupid nothing trinket to give to her, would always do that. I'm like, one day I told her, I interrupted her, I said, one of these days you two girls are going to regret running the man out of your life who would give you literally his last $5.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah.
Truth be told, that was true. They went out with NBA players and all that shit, did all that crap.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's sad. Nigga give a woman his last $5 and that ain't enough. All they think is it's $5.
Yeah.
Oh, that wasn't none of his $5.
Exactly.
Like
they didn't think
it's his
where
last.
that left him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that scares me that they don't think to themselves,
yeah,
I need to make this nigga a millionaire. If he give me his last $5, that's the nigga you want to encourage and set in position and get their mind right to make him a millionaire if he give you his last $5. Women got this shit so confused. Just like, again, like a bum ass woman, like, so they say bum ass women, bum ass bitches is their line, right? Which is still an adjective. It's not a noun. Now they trying to say bum bitches. It's still an adjective. You're still using it at the front. Now you hear girls trying to call them bums. They reaching because they want to be kings and they want to be men instead of being queens and everything they supposed to be.
Right.
But it's a weird space when they can't, the way they look at it, it's not about how much a man has, it's what a man is willing to give you. So if you got a dude willing to give you his, that's why I laugh when women say they don't want to mess with a broke nigga.
Yeah.
If you fuck with a nigga at McDonald's, his check every 2 weeks, if it's $15 an hour, and his check is $600 a week, $1,200 every 2 weeks. If he bringing home $850 and he give you $750, you a fucking fool if that's not your nigga.
Right.
What's weird to me is, right, if you fuck with a nigga that he bring home $850 every 2 weeks, and he'll give you $750 and keep $100 for himself the next 2 weeks. Feel me? It's better than having a nigga who makes $1 million that'll give you $2,000. Even though in theory it's $500 more a month, he'll give you $2,000 a month. That's better than a nigga that make $100,000 that'll give you $3,000.
Yeah.
All you got to do is reform the nigga and get his mind right and put him in position and figure out how to get him together to where he can go out and earn more. You really want a nigga that's going to give you more of everything per capita, whatever he got.
Yep.
He not
More
giving you this money
shares.
because he feel like he got to give you something. He fuck with you that much, he will give you his last.
Yeah, they don't get that, homie.
They have no care for that. It's unbelievable when you think about it.
Yeah.
I think about like mathematically. Like, so you're a woman and you really don't want your man running around cheating on you. Well, if you got the guy who's giving you 99.5% of what he has, it's probably not going to happen because you matter that much to him. You can calibrate that. If you're with the guy who gives you 1% of what he has and keeps 99 for himself, no matter what that amount is, you can calibrate that too. So why would you be surprised? Oh, my man just signed a deal with the Oklahoma City Thunder. He pays all my rent. Bitch, that's like $18 million a year. Your rent's like $2,500.
Yeah, they don't get
like that's market fluctuation. What are we talking about?
For real.